Well, here I am again, ladies and gentlemen, as I am always concerned about you, me, our freedom, our joy in life, in these bodies and at these times. You know, ladies and gentlemen, I'm so concerned about this, but I think about a nation of people and who perhaps, let's say, 1492 came here from other places. Many of them coming here looking for adventures, many looking for resources, many looking for refound wealth, discovered wealth, many looking for a place to start over, to get away from certain persecutions. And we find out that they came here with those new ideas and stuff and actually implemented on this new land the same kinds of things that they were running from. So in 1776, when they decided to form a nation, and these group of people came together owning slaves and stuff that were obviously okay and acceptable in their home states, they accepted that here. And we know that for all of those years until this present date, certain things have continued to exist that were not an enjoyable feat for a lot of people. And I say to all people that's experiencing these times in the 21st century, why is it that we are still being governed by laws for so long ago? It's laws that have permitted all of this hell that we live in today. Well, I just pose that as a question. I know that doesn't bring forth an answer, but from outside. But I would like to suggest that, ladies and gentlemen, that in dealing with this problem that we have, America is entitled to a rebirth, a rechanging of her imagination, to rechange her mind, to rechange what's important to her. Because what's important to us today ain't necessarily the same thing that was important back then in 1492. 1492, liberation and freedom for all people were not concerned. Or if they were, they weren't concerned enough to make sure that that happened. Hopefully today that those oppressors are concerned enough to release it, and those who were oppressed are concerned enough to accept nothing less. To implement such a policy that has value, has teeth, we as a people should make sure that all of our children have access to unlimited and unrestricted education. We understand what education does. It makes people better at whatever it is that they've been given to do. We should make sure that every American citizen, every child, and any and everybody else too, should have unlimited and unrestricted. We should make sure that not one family or one adult or one citizen in this country is without housing. Nobody should be without housing. And we understand that as a divine human right. And we should govern that the same as we would govern any man-made law. Not only that, we should make sure that all humans in America have access to health care. The best health care you can come up with. Nobody wants to die anyway, so let's make sure that they can live forever according to what we're able to do. And what we can't do, we can't do. Let's just make sure of that, ladies and gentlemen. Health care from the womb to the tomb for everybody. Now, to make sure and guarantee that this is possible, we must guarantee every individual a career. A career. What does this career do? It makes them part owner of America. All that is America. All of the people engaged in America. Everybody is engaged in what is in the reservoir of goods and services. They are the expressions of humankind working together cooperatively for meeting the needs and the wants and the desires of the American people, that none would suffer lack of anything that they want, need, or desire, that they may experience peace and prosperity and freedom and joy in their lives, and that their dreams might be real, made real. This is what I'm talking about. And this is what I continuously believe that we as a people should strive for. This is what I speak for. But instead, what we have is people who are extremely rich, who will give all of their power to evil, not to righteousness, but to evil. They think if they can go and donate something to charity, or they can give somebody a car or two, that releases them from the role that they're playing in the evils of the world or the evils in any society. You heard somewhere in the Bible they said some man wanted to know from Jesus what would it take for him to be saved. And the instruction was go and sell all that you got. Go and sell all that you got. All the stuff that you got, all of the wealth that you got, and give it to the poor. Show some love and come follow me, because that's what I'm about. Now, you go and ask the rich people to give it up. Go ask the Bezos and the computer experts. Well, let's not call any names. Let's just go ask the millionaires, the multimillionaires, and billionaires to give up their wealth. Give it up to the poor, and let us create a society where we don't have to rely on money. What do you think would happen? I like to ask you, ladies and gentlemen, what makes a person a star? Is it the talent, or is it money? Well, look at it. Can you be a star without talent? Unless you're a star because you're so talentless. So the answer to that would be not really. But can you be a star with talent but no money? Well, of course you can. So that means that your gift does not require money in order to exist. But your gift requires is a need. And if it meets that need, it is acceptable. Well, ladies and gentlemen, the President of the United States, number 45, he proved to be one of the, I won't say one of the crookedest people in America, but one of those guys who came out of business into politics. And as the records were reviewed, you found out that he was sure enough crooked. Sure enough crooked. Today I heard that in order to make his property look good so he can get a good loan, a good credit reference, he said his property was worth almost $500 million, a particular piece of property. And when he wanted to get some tax credit from it, he said it was like less than 18 million. Now, I mean, that's a big stretch, isn't it? Anybody else, I think, make a stretch like that, they first of all, it wouldn't be accepted. And if it did slip through there, they'd be doing hard time. But apparently this guy still has had to pay no price for that. And not only that, he became the President of the United States when people knew that he was a crook. Not only that, 74 million people, I understand, I don't know if it's true or not, voted for him to be President of the United States. And millions more wanted to overturn the government because he said they cheated him. They didn't need any proof. They just accepted what he said when the evidence proved that he was a lie. Still, millions of Americans would rather have this crook back in the White House than, let's say, a guy who's advocating for peace and prosperity and freedom and joy and dreams being fulfilled for every American. A person who advocates that your needs, your wants, and your desires are met at your leisure. A person who advocates that you're never without food, clothing, shelter, housing, education, and unlimited health care, and whatever else that you can desire. People would reject that totally and look for the crook. America needs a rebirth, because I'm telling you, this baby is on a collision course with the true hell. I just wanted to say that. It might mean something to somebody. I hope. Thank you and goodbye.